everyone, and welcome to Chai and Books Girl. My name is Amanda. Welcome if you are new here. I make book content for the masses. I am an avid book reader, and so I try to make helpful content, entertaining content about books mostly. But we are going to be starting off the brand new 2026 year strong with a Empties video. I have got a huge basket of Empties and I have got to get through these and make a video about these because my basket is getting way too full. Let's just get right into it. We are going to be doing an Empties video today because I've got to get through this basket. So, oh my gosh, let's get into it. First up, empty, we have the Personal Care Sweet Peach and Nectar Scented Body Wash. This is from Dollar Tree. They actually have two different brands that are dupes for native scents. This is the Personal Care, and then they also have Pro Silk. So for this particular one, I found the peach scent to be very nice. I did like the peach scent. However, it didn't last very long. I thought that like right after I got out of the shower and like dried myself off and already like that peach scent was fading, where the native, I feel like it kind of lingers on your skin, I think, a little bit longer, so the scent lasts longer. I do a double wash when I'm in the shower, so I use a bar soap. Normally I use a Cetaphil bar soap for rough and bumpy skin, and then I will go in with this sort of a body wash, mostly for the scent, and I found this one to be pleasing, but it does not last very long. So that is the Personal Care Peach Nectar Body Wash. Then we have the Dermasil Oatmeal Facial Cleanser. This is oatmeal and snow mushroom. And I actually didn't mind this. I used this mostly in the evenings as part of my evening facial cleansing routine. And I actually found it to be very gentle. There isn't a lot of exfoliating in this. So if you wanted something super exfoliating, this is not for you. This is not going to take off your makeup. So if you have makeup on, especially if you've got a full face of makeup on, you're gonna wanna use your makeup remover to get a clean face, a makeup-free face. Before you go in with something like this is not going to remove your makeup. But as like a second cleanse after your makeup is removed, this is very nice. I found it to be very gentle. I didn't find that there was any smell to it. It kind of smelled like nothing. So that wasn't offensive or anything. And all in all, I found it to be a very nice, gentle cleanser. So there you have it. All right, next we have, again, this is Personal Care. This is the Shaving Cream Vanilla Cake Shave Cream. I did not like the way that the cream, it didn't have a lot of silkiness. Like when you put it on the skin to shave, it seemed like it didn't really stay on the skin very well. I felt like I was continuously putting it on my legs so that I could shave and not like get like rough, or not rough, but you know, you don't want your razor to nick and pull at the skin and the hair. That's why you want something like this so it'll glide. And I felt like I was applying this kind of continuously to try and get that glide because it just kind of slipped off my skin. I did like the vanilla cake scent. I thought that that was nice. So Personal Care shave cream, I would not get again. I mean, I went through this tube so fast because I kept having to keep putting it on to get that glide feeling that I needed when you're shaving. So I would not get this again. I would definitely spend a little bit more money and get something that actually stayed on my skin and worked better with my razor. So I wouldn't do this again. Okay, this is the CeraVe SA Body Wash for rough and bumpy skin. So I told you I do the double wash in the shower. What I was doing is I was using the Dove bar soap in the shea butter, and I found that that was a little bit too oily for me. It was causing my skin to break out. And so as I was going through the process of trying to figure out why my skin was breaking out, I would wash first with that soap, the Dove soap, and then I would wash again with this body wash, which is formulated for acne breakouts. It's the salicylic acid, which is the SA. So the salicylic acid body wash for rough and bumpy skin. And this is what I would use as my second wash after I used the bar soap. It was kind of canceling each other out because at the time I didn't realize that it was the Dove soap that was causing my skin to break out. I was using this for the breakouts, and so I was like wasn't getting I wasn't really helping myself. I needed to get rid of the Dove soap, but I hadn't figured that out yet. But this stuff really works good. It's very nice on the skin. It will dry your skin out. It does have salicylic acid, so if you are using this in combination with another bar soap, if you're doing like the double wash, I would recommend only using this maybe every other wash, because this does have a tendency to dry out your skin, as it should, or only using this when you find yourself breaking out on your chest, on your back, things like that. But it works really, really well, and I definitely do recommend this. This stuff does work. Okay, next up for shower gels. This is the Power Stick Brazilian Mist Shower Gel. This is another Dollar Tree item. This is supposed to have the Sol de Janeiro smell, and it really does smell nice. I actually would recommend this for men or women. It has a very nice smell that I think is very gender appropriate no matter who's using it. I do think it smells really nice, but again, with a lot of things that you're getting at the Dollar Tree, I don't feel like the scent lasts a long time. It smells really nice in the shower. Again, this was part of the double wash, so this was the gel, so I used it second after the bar soap, and it smelled really nice in the shower, but I found that like after I got out of the shower, dried myself off, it kind of dissipated until I couldn't smell it anymore, and so the scent doesn't last. If you want something that is going to last longer, I would recommend getting the actual Sol de Janeiro brand or scent, because I'm sure that lasts a lot longer. I know it is way more than $1.25. Or they do have this Power Stick stuff not only in the shower gel, they have it in like deodorant and lotion, and they have all sorts of stuff that you can get in the scents. So I'd recommend layering if you're looking for a scent that lasts, because the scent profiles don't last very long on these. So, but it is a very nice scent. Okay, then we have the Spa Essentials. We have Smooth and we have Repair, and these are for your feet. The Smooth is a scrub and the Repair is a cream, and they go together. The Smooth I used in the shower to scrub the soles of my feet, and then the Repair I would use as a lotion after I got out. The Smooth it does have kind of exfoliating like beads or kind of a rougher texture to it, but not a lot. So if you're looking for something that's really going to get down and dirty on your feet and scrub the heck out of them, this is not this. It's very kind of mild exfoliating. I mean, it does the job, but it doesn't do it like a lot. It doesn't like deep exfoliate your feet and get off a lot of like calluses or things like that. So I found that while it does say smooth, it doesn't make them like super smooth because it's kind of a gentle exfoliation. But I mean, I used it. I didn't particularly like the smell. It was kind of a cheap smell. And so I wouldn't repurchase any of these. I didn't feel like they did a super awesome job, but I mean, for $1.25, I guess they did okay. So I guess if like you were traveling or something, or if you needed, something to, make your feet nice and smooth, maybe, you're on a tropical vacation or something and you needed to wear flip-flops and wanted your feet to look nice, then you could go grab something like this, $1.25 each, and, have your feet looking nice for wearing flip-flops or whatever. But I don't think I would repurchase these. I wasn't a fan of the smell, and I don't feel like they did a super great job. But that's Smooth and Repair, and again, these are Spa Essentials. All right, then we have the Medicube PDRN, and this is the serum. This is empty. Do I have another one in here? I don't, but I'm on like my third bottle of this stuff. This stuff is awesome. It's the pink stuff, the Medicube pink stuff. And I'm telling you, this stuff, I love this stuff. It is so awesome. It smells nice. I don't even know how to describe the smell of it. It's not anything like I've ever smelled before, but it doesn't smell awful. It smells nice. It's a nice smell. It's very easy to put on. It rubs so smoothly right into your skin. This is what you want to use. If any of you have ever used the Medicube, oh my gosh, Exome, the stuff that has the little teeny needles in it, the Exome shots, where you put it on your skin and it makes the little tiny holes in your skin. And then after you put it on, like your face is all red because it's got all those little tiny holes from the little tiny needles. Then you put this stuff on right after it, and it helps like calm down your skin. This is like youth in a bottle. You put this stuff on, and I don't just use this after the Exome shots. I use this every night as part of my nightly facial routine. I love this stuff. It's awesome. It goes on so nice. I think I'm on my third or fourth bottle of this stuff. So I go through this quickly because I use it every night and I love it. This is the PDRN. It's the pink stuff. It's the Medicube pink stuff, and this is their serum. And honestly, I think I'm going to start using the full line of the PDRN. They have, oh gosh, I think they even have a Exome shot that you can get that's PDRN, but they've got like, they've got toners, they've got mists, they've got like a whole line of PDRN stuff that you can get from Medicube, and I'm thinking of incorporating more products of that into my facial routine because I like it so much. Anyway, but that's the serum. Okay, then we have Ole Henriksen's, oh, this was the C Brightening Under Eye Cream. And I got this as part of a kit that came, oh, here's the other product. This, let's see, this is the gel cream. Oh, I'm sorry, rewind, beep, beep. The brightening gel cream, and this is the under eye cream. So this came as part of a kit. So this is like cream for your face, and then this is under eye cream. I really liked it. It worked really great. It smells really nice, really orangey, very vitamin C, citrusy. So the smell was very nice. It worked really nice. I really liked the under eye cream. It really did seem to brighten and tighten my under eyes. It's very expensive. So once I used this up, I did not repurchase it because it's very spendy. And I thought, you know, maybe I would try something a little less expensive for under my eyes that had vitamin C in it. But if you're willing to spend the money and get expensive, the Ole Henriksen C Brightening, it's really nice and it does work. It smells good too. Okay, next we have, this is the Extra Care Hydro Plus Hydrating Cleansing Gel, and this is supposed to be like the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. Dollar Tree came out with kind of a whole line that is supposed to be comparable or dupes to the Neutrogena Hydro Gels and Hydro Boosts. This is the cleanser. And I did use it all up, but I will tell you that I wasn't a fan. I didn't like the smell of it, and it was just kind of so-so on the cleansing. I would definitely use this as a second cleanse. I use this in the morning as part of my morning facial cleanse routine. Now, I do also do kind of a double cleanse in the morning. I use an oil-based cleanser first, and then I use a just regular cleanser second. And I found when I used this that it didn't do a very good job. I will say though that I have never used the Neutrogena Hydro Boost cleanser. I've never used that line, so I don't know if it's comparable to that or not, but I did not like Dollar Tree dupe version of it. Again, I didn't like the smell, and it just didn't clean very good. And so when it took me a while to get through this because when I had my choice, I found myself not reaching for this. I would tend to reach for something else that I felt like it cleaned my face better. I did get through it, but I definitely would not recommend using this. I will say it's a gentle cleanser. And I guess I will say that, I mean, for a hydro boost, if you're looking for something that's putting a lot of hydration into your skin, this is probably doing that. I did feel like it was very gentle. It wasn't pulling moisture out of my skin at all. Maybe that's why I felt like I wasn't getting a nice cleanse. And so if you are looking for something like that, then I don't know, maybe give it a try, but it just wasn't for me. Okay, next we have the Tree Hut Coco Colada. And this is the sugar scrub, the Shea sugar scrub. I liked this. This was really good. I will use scrubs after I get done shaving my legs or my armpits or whatever. I always use a scrub after I am done so I don't get, strawberry legs or ingrown hairs or anything like that. I like the smell of this. It smelled very tropical, very coconutty. It had great exfoliation. My legs were nice and smooth after I used it, and I really, really liked it. Of course, Tree Hut, you can't go wrong. They have really great scrubs, and I really enjoyed this. Right now, I think I am using what am I using? I think I'm using the Way Sugar Scrub. Anyway, that'll be in another Empties video, and I'm really enjoying that one too. But Tree Hut, can't go wrong. I always have a Tree Hut or two in my closet, so really great brand. Okay, next we have the Cetaphil Ceramide Serum. I really liked this one. I've always got a handful of serums that I'm using in the morning, in the nighttime. I've got a whole bunch of them. This one in particular is supposed to be a barrier repair serum. And I was looking for something that was going to be doing that specifically, which is why I picked this one up. I found that it was very nice. It absorbed into my skin, didn't make it oily. It went on very smooth, very nice. I liked the texture of this going onto my skin, and it didn't really have a smell. It didn't really smell like anything. So I thought that this was nice. I'm using something a little bit different right now. What am I using right now? Oh, I think I'm using snail mucin right now, but this, for barrier repair, I would recommend this. Cetaphil does a really nice job on their serums, and this one went on really nice. So that one was a good one. Oh, yes. Okay, this is the Global Beauty Care Retinol Reviving Double Serum. And this is a double serum, so when you get it, it's got two parts to it. One's yellow and one's blue, and then you shake it up and then they mix together and it creates the serum. And it's from Dollar Tree, and you can usually find these all the time. This isn't anything like specialty that you have to hurry and run and get or anything. But the retinol double serum, I don't use on my face. I actually use it on the back of my hands. I'm getting up there in years. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. I actually had a birthday a couple of weeks ago. I'm getting older. But someone, I don't remember who it was now, but someone told me to use this, a retinol serum, on the back of my hands, and it keeps them smooth, non-crepey, and makes the back of your hands look way younger. And it works. It totally works. I use this before bed at night, and it's almost, so my nail girl can also attest to this. I don't put cuticle oil on before I go to bed. I just use this. So I put a couple of drops on the back of my hand, I rub it into the back of my hand, and then I rub it into my cuticles. And it works just the same. So not only is it giving me non-crepey back of my hands, but it's also working in my nail beds to help keep my nails, because I have gel nails and I've had them for years, and it's keeping my nail beds healthy. And my nail girl Kylie, shout out, you are amazing and the best, but it's keeping my nails healthy, the back of my hands look younger, and they don't get crepey. And so I love this stuff. Not as face serum, but it goes on the back of my hands. So this is like, I'm on like my third bottle or something like that. And for Dollar Tree for the win. Anyway, little tip there for you. Okay, this is the Be Pure Freckle Pen. I was going through a stage there in the summertime where I don't want to go out in the sun and get freckles, and so I got this freckle pen, and I would put freckles on myself, and they were cute, and I liked them, and I went through this whole pen. I will say, though, that once you open this up, it will dry out pretty fast. And so what I would do is if I found it to be dry, like I would try and put the freckles on and the ink or the whatever it is that's in here wasn't transferring, I would just get a little drop of water and I would put it in here, and then I would kind of shake it and stir it and whip it all around, and then that would kind of, you know, get it all goopy and wet again, and then it would work again. So it does dry out pretty fast. But I had a lot of fun with this, and I mean, admittedly, the freckles don't last. I mean, they're not gonna last 24 hours on your face. I mean, and they do kind of fade out. I mean, this is a Dollar Tree. What do you expect? But I had lots of fun with it over the summer, and for $1.25, it was just fun. And I mean, I used the whole thing. It's pretty dried out now, and even when I put water in it, it doesn't really do anything. So I think it's at end of life. But I mean, this is something that you can find at Dollar Tree all the time. And I'm kind of not in my freckle era anymore because it's winter time and I'm not really wearing like full face makeup. As you can see, I'm not wearing makeup at all. But during the summertime, this is a lot of fun. So, okay. There you go. Okay, next we have, this is the Paul Mitchell Bond RX treatment for your hair. Full disclosure here, I do work for Paul Mitchell. And so I do not pay full price for Paul Mitchell products. A lot of them I just get given to me. And so this one was actually given to me when they came out with the Bond RX. A lot of us just got products to try and hype up the products because the new Bond RX line was coming out. So I did get the Bond RX line to try out so we could hype it up and talk about it. So I did not pay any money for this, but I actually really liked it. My hair is very damaged right now on the ends because about, I guess it would have been about a year ago, maybe a little less than a year ago, I bleached it. I bleached all the color out of it. I've been coloring my hair for years, usually a bunch of different wild colors, pink, purple, blue. And so that takes a lot of bleaching in order to get those colors to be vibrant. So I was bleaching my hair a lot, and I decided I didn't want to do colors anymore. And so I bleached, I stripped all the color out of my hair, and then I just left it so that I could grow out my natural color. And so a year later, I've got my natural color growing in, but my ends are still very dry and very damaged because they're bleached. And so hydration on the ends of my hair is absolutely key because they are so damaged. And the Bond RX, the Paul Mitchell Bond RX, is an excellent hydrating way to get hydration into the ends of my hair. Obviously, a bonding repair treatment is not something that you want to use all the time. I use a method on my hair, the Abbey Yung Method. If you're not familiar, check her out on YouTube. She's got all kinds of tips and tricks for growing out your hair, bond repair, damaged hair. Just go check her out. She's amazing. Abbey Yung. I'm trying to remember how she spells her last name because it's kind of weird. J-U-N-G, Young, Abbey Yung, A-B-B-E-Y. Anyway, check her out. She's got really long hair. It's the Abbey Yung Method. I will try and link her channel in the description below. But anyway, I follow her method. And so I've got all kinds of different ways that I shampoo and condition and treat my hair. And Bond RX is only one of the treatments that I use in a week. But I don't use it every time. But when I do use it, I do find that the hydration and the damaged ends of my hair usually do a lot better. They're usually a lot smoother. They're not as crackly. They're not as cracked or dry, I guess. So this is a really good line. It's a really good product. I know it's expensive. I know you can only get it in salons, so please keep that in mind. Again, I work for them, so caveat there. But as far as my opinion goes, I do really like it. But take that for what it's worth. Okay, then we have, this is like another one from Dollar Tree. This is called Super Greens, and this is a serum, and it's apparently got all kinds of good for you stuff in it. And so I've been using this on my face, and then they also have an under eye cream that I've been using. I'm not quite out of it yet, but I've been enjoying both of them. Really nice texture, goes on really smooth, doesn't make my face oily. There is a slight, very, very slight bit of tackiness after you put this on. So this would be an excellent serum to use as a primer before makeup. But the tackiness goes away after, because this is a serum, obviously, after you put on like your moisturizer or whatever else that you are going to put on in your routine. Obviously the tackiness goes away. But I really, really like this. There is not really a smell to this, which you think there would be because it's a super green, so you think it would smell like broccoli or I don't know, weird things, but it doesn't really have a smell at all, to be honest, at least that I found. And I really liked it. I would like to get more of it, but this is one of those items at Dollar Tree that you go back and you look for it and they don't have it. So this was something I found during the summer and they may not be bringing it back. So if you can find it, this is a good product to grab. I really enjoyed it. Yay, look! We're at the last product of my basket. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, this is the Global Beauty Care. This is the Balancing Toner Mist. And this is supposed to be the dupe for the Bubble? Is it Bubble? Bubble brand? Ugh, should have looked that up before I said it. It's probably wrong. Sorry if it's wrong. This is a dupe for one of the other brands. It's kind of a preteen, tween brand that's supposed to be very gentle. It doesn't have a lot of harsher ingredients so that, you know, preteens, tweens can use it on their skin, and it's safe. It's very happy for their skin. The Bubble brand. So this is a dupe for that. It's just a toner mist. I wouldn't call this a mist. It wasn't a mist. It was more of a spray. And so I found that when I sprayed it, it kind of got like in my hair and it got on my clothes. It was kind of a spray everywhere. But I didn't find it, I didn't find the smell to be offensive. Once you spray it on your face, it just kind of goes away. It evaporates really quick. It is a toner mist, so I did use it as a toner. I didn't find anything remarkable about it, but I didn't find anything offensive about it. I probably wouldn't repurchase it. It was only $1.25, but I don't really think it did anything. So even at $1.25, I don't know what it did. And I would much rather spend money on, say, like a PDRN toner where I know it's actually doing something, you know, getting in and doing something to my face, positive to my face, than just, you know, getting something for $1.25 that isn't doing anything and just kind of spraying everywhere and then evaporating. And so again, it would probably be awesome if like you had a tween or a preteen or something that, you know, wanted something really gentle, really not harsh, but, you know, kind of fun, you know, maybe start getting them into that facial routine where they're taking care of their skin, something like that. And Dollar Tree has a whole dupe line of that Bubble stuff. That's not the only thing that they have. And so that might be kind of a fun, easy, inexpensive way to kind of get them into skincare and kind of showing them, you know, how to take care of their skin and stuff without, you know, a lot of harsh chemicals and things like that they don't need. Anyway, that's it. That's all of my empties. I am so happy to empty that bin. Oh my gosh, it was getting so full. But now I will start again and start putting empties into it, and we will do another one of these videos probably in another 6 months. But welcome to 2026, everyone. I am so excited for new, fun, and hopefully entertaining content for you guys. And I will see you next time. Bye!